Hello everybody, welcome back to the Miracle Perspective, and this is the TMP Q&A Wednesday where you ask and I perspectivize. You don't need money to be successful. We've got a question today from a friend of ours who commented on last week's video where we were addressing the question of when is the right time to resign. And he sent a follow-up question. This is what he said. Gerard Law said, "Great insights. Here's a follow-up question. I also want to start a business, but I feel like I'm still too young. I'm 24 and I'm scared of my business not succeeding. How can I overcome that fear and start pursuing my dreams?" Good question, Gerard. And I went out to get other people to help me out. And this is what Bekemuzi Ndlovu said. Bekemuzi was like, "Anything worthwhile is scary. You can never be well prepared for business according to me. Do not focus on going from 0 to 100, but focus on getting from 0 to 1, then 1 to 2, and so on. Everything will fall into place." Great advice from Bekemuzi. And we've got Mahlatsi from Instagram. She says, You're never too young. The best way to start is just to start with whatever you have. There can never be a right time and you can't be ready. Great advice from Mahlatsi. Thank you so much. And on Facebook, we've got Innocentia Rifilwe who said, "I have the same problem of that person." Hey, you came to the right place, Rifilwe. You're going to get sorted. And this is what Kagiso Mphahlele said. "Getting the partner to success. A business coach." That's what he said. Get a business coach. You will be successful. And Sbongile Makhanya said, "The sooner you start, the sooner you fail, the more time you have to restart." Deep, man. She continues to say, "Taking risks at a young age is a lot better than when you are 40 and feel like you are late and then you are under pressure. You'll be more frustrated. Start something part-time. See how it goes. Take it as a lesson and leave room for failure. By the time you are older, you'll be more wiser and better at it." Great advices from these people. Guys, thank you so much for your views. I really appreciate your views. And as always, I'm not here to give advice. I can't give advice. I give perspective. And this is where it starts. I said you don't need money to be successful. And indeed, you don't need money to be successful. Just like I said, you don't need money. It doesn't take money to make money. I said that last week. It doesn't take money to make money. But for you, my friend, you are 24. I'm just going to give you a little story about myself. I mean, it's a continuation from last week's video. If you haven't watched last week's video, I invite you to go watch last week's video. It's going to help you out. Before you resign and before you start a business, that's what you need. This is the other thing that made me actually leave my job to start my own business. My age. The fact that I'm young. That's what made me stand up and say, you know what, I'm going to leave. But there are two things that you need in life. People do things for two reasons in life. It's either you do it out of motivation or desperation. You better be pulled to something or you better be pushed away from something. If motivation is not good enough, you need desperation. You need something to push you. How do you get that? I got a little bit of both in my situation. I was motivated by the future. I was motivated by actually starting a business and being successful at a very young age. But that motivation on its own, it was not good enough. So I decided to get something that's going to push me from behind. I decided to put myself in a desperate situation. 2 to 3 years ago, I went to my dad and I was like, "Daddy, you know what? Stop supporting me." So my parents stopped supporting me from 2 to 3 years ago. They stopped supporting me and I was still going to school at the time. But then I had to take responsibility because I had no other option. I couldn't go back and be like, "Hey, big man, let's renegotiate." So I had to make it work, right? Even though I didn't have a stable business at the time, I had to hustle. And I did driving lessons, giving driving lessons to people. I got money for that. I went into network marketing, got money for that. I started selling things and I got money for that because I needed to survive. That was my only option. So one thing you might want to look at, my friend Jared, if motivation is not good enough for you, put yourself in a desperate situation. Leave your house if needs be, my friend. Because I'm assuming that right now, maybe you stay at home or your parents are paying your rent and all those kind of things. Leave those things. Then you will feel like right now I have no other option but to make it happen. You need to leave, my friend, in order to be responsible. In order for you to be accountable, you have to have a reason if your motivation is not big enough. Because it's an excuse. To be honest with you, the issue of age is just an excuse. It's really an excuse to say I'm not good. I'm still young. What if people don't listen to me? What if people don't believe in my ideas? It's just an excuse. If you were hungry, I'm telling you, my friend, you would work. First things first, get either motivation. If it's not good enough, get desperation. Be desperate. You will move. Second thing you need to look at is be realistic, but take risks. Be realistic in your situation. Look at your personal situation. Where am I? And what do I have? What don't I have? And take risks. Evaluate your risks and manage your risks. This is what I mean. In my case, before I resigned, I had to look at my risks. What are my risks? My risks are I will need to pay rent. Who's going to pay my rent? Because I won't get a stable salary. So I had to sacrifice my rent. Well, not my rent, my salary. But because I knew that I was going to manage my rent, because I've got an arrangement where I sublet the flat I stay at. So that made me to be secure in terms of rentals. You get what I mean? So look at your personal situation. What is it that you can sacrifice? What is it that you can risk? And what is it that you can manage? Because you can't just go out and be like, yeah, I'm going out to stay outside. You'll die, my friend. You'll die of hunger. So you need to manage your situation, manage your risks, look at your personal situation. What is it that you're paying? Are you paying a car? If not, you're in a better situation. Are you paying rent? If not, you're even in a better situation. Because, I mean, what are your expenses, bro? What are you waiting for? Leave that place. I said last week, learn to live from the absolute minimum. Teach yourself to live from the absolute minimum because you need to know how to eat once a day, bruh. Because business is tough, my friend. Business is tough, bro. It's really, really tough. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. It's more safer to be employed than to be an employer. So you need to trade carefully here. But here's the biggest thing that you have to your advantage, bro. Your age. Because if you fail, you know what happens when you fail? You start again. And what if you fail after that? You even start again. Bro, they say life begins at 40. Right now, you are even non-existent, bro. Nobody knows you are alive. You're 24, bro. 24, 16 years before life begins for you. And all the big businesses we see today, most of the big businesses we see today are people who started after 40. People who are grinding, they have kids, they've got bills to pay, like it's even harder for them. You have no responsibilities, my friend. So this is the right time to start. This is the right time to fail. Spongile said it very perfectly. Fail now, man. Go out there, do it for fun. Say, right now, I just want to fail. I want to do it to fail. When you do it to fail, my friend, you will have so much fun. You'll have so much experience. You will enjoy the journey and you will be successful. When you're successful, you'll be able to maintain that. So don't be scared of failure, friend. Don't be scared. Don't be scared of failure. Lastly, screw perfection, bro. Screw perfection. Screw perfection. There's no such thing as being perfect. Don't wait for the right time. I know most of us don't do things because we're like, I'm not prepared. I'm not good enough. Let me first get this. Let me first get a degree so I can go out and do this. Let me first get a certification so that I can go out and do this. Let me do this so people can listen to me. Bruh, screw perfection, my friend. I invite you to go and watch some of the videos we did last year. Maybe the few, two to three videos that we did last year. I'm telling you, my friend, we were doing rubbish at that time. I'm even embarrassed to invite you to go and watch that. But here we are today. We feel like we're doing something good. But here's the truth. Next year by this time, we'll feel like this was rubbish. Because you grow in the process. You doing it gives you more experience and you become better with the process. There's no such thing as perfection, brother man. There's no such thing as perfection. You never know that you are grown until you go through the process. You never know how little or how young you are until you grow. So you need to go through the process. You never wait for yourself to be old in order for you to do things. You live day by day, and only 10 years after you've lived, you're like, wow, I was so small then. I thought I was the thing at that time, but you were not. But you never stop because you're not the thing. You will only realize that you are not the thing when you get to that stage in life in the future. So just move with the process, my friend. Get down and start working. Get down and start pursuing your goals, man. Fail. I invite you to fail, my friend. Fail. There's no such thing as perfection. Fail. You are young, bruh. Use that to your advantage. I'm using that to my advantage. You know what happens? If I fail, I will start again. And if I fail after that, I will start again. And if I fail after that, I will restart again, bruh. Imagine you're going to die at 70. You still have how many lives in front of you? 46. 46, bruh. 46 years. You haven't started living. So start, bruh. I like it when someone says they want to start a business, bruh, because we need more business people because people are unemployed, bruh. You need to employ people. So if you've got the courage, take it on. Take it on. You'll fail. And that's the truth. But you got to work hard. Don't sleep. Forget about sleeping. You won't get sleep. I'm telling you, bruh. Ask Emmanuel Bunoko. The guy is at work on Sunday. He leaves at 11 p.m. Ask this guy, Theo Baloyi. He doesn't sleep, bruh. He's up. He's the first one in the office early in the morning. He's the last one out at night. Bruh, ask Onana, bruh. Onana, my producer, doesn't sleep, my friend. This guy is working. He's working on his masters. He's working on his business. This guy doesn't sleep, bruh. They put me under pressure and I'm sleeping at 12. I'm like, why am I sleeping? So you can't sleep, my friend. You can't sleep. I'm happy that you are thinking of starting a business right now. Bruh, go for it. Go for it. Employment is good, but only for the short while because you get trapped in employment, bruh. You'll get trapped by your car payment. You'll get trapped by your rental payment. You'll get trapped by your wife. You'll get trapped by your kids. You won't move. So start now while you don't have responsibilities. It's finished.